This one's a pretty long one.
Okay, go ahead.
If someone who was not thinking straight at the time ever made a statement or an oath or an action in the past to someone they loved because they thought it was going to have a positive outcome at that time, but instead it ended up backfiring and it unexpectedly caused great devastation and psychological pain to the person, to the point that the person who made that statement or oath realizes what they was a mistake and deeply regrets it to the point where it makes them feel sick. But it's too late to make an apology because it's already been, let's say, about 12 years ago or more. Is there any way they can fix it by crying and begging HaShem to forgive what they've done and asking him to please unbind them from this oath, statement, or action, and to give the person they wronged to peace, happiness, and joy in his or her life from now on, and to release the pain they caused them, and for it to be banished and replaced with love, peace, and joy in their life from now and going forward?
Okay, I see. So as we said when we were answering the previous question, so the thing between man and man. So I mean, you can cry, but we always try to rectify the sin. So if we offended somebody, so try to go to that person and ask that person forgiveness. So and my advice, my approach, even if it's not your fault, right? So since like if this person is dear to you, just apologize, right? Even if it's more what 80% of this, somebody provoke you to say what you said, and it's only to 20% of your fault. So try to apologize that person. To that person, try to like say it was so many years, please forgive me, stuff like that. I feel bad, I cannot sleep because of this, I feel bad. And many times I have these things with other students, and that's they did not believe me, like how this person is going to forgive. I said try, like maybe in few cases that person, like he did not. No, it was she actually. She did not even. No, it was here. Apologize. It was here. Well, one case ago, this person did not even remember what happened. So we had to give them like the whole story. I tell this lady, don't tell her the story. He forgot. Leave it as it is. But she, of course, but she did not listen to me. So she reminded the person the whole story, and he did not know. So what she did to him. You understand? So now he got angry a little. But we were able to calm him down and stuff like that. But the only way is to ask that person forgiveness, right? And the prayer, it's a must, because when we offend another person, it's you not only offend him, you offend our Father in heaven, because our Father in heaven, HaShem, told us how we have to deal with each other. You understand? And if let's say I offended somebody, so and HaShem told me not to, and let's say if this person is Epicurus, he goes against HaShem, he's trying to lead other Jews away from HaShem, that's a different story. I should have killed him, right? Not only offend him, but other people who are not going against HaShem and not going don't create any Hil HaShem. There was no reason whatsoever for me to do that. So of course I feel regret, and I ask HaShem before you ask forgiveness to that person, you must pray for HaShem's assistance. You understand? So this person would open his heart, your heart, and forgive you. So like from my experience, like only one time a person refused to forgive, but all other times, even though they seem very impossible, but the other side, as I said, one side did not remember completely, but other side forgive, and guess what? They start crying and say, "I was waiting for this moment. I thought I'm going to die, and I never hear these words." It's like people get very emotional. You understand, especially when they wrong somebody and somebody's from the family, between brothers and sisters. It's on one hand they hate each other, they don't want to see. If she is my sister going to this party, I'm not going to there. If your family goes there, I'm never going to go there. So, but once you ask forgiveness, so you see you're humble, that you feel broken, that you want the peace, you want only forgiveness. So most of the time, absolutely majority of the, like as I said, maybe from my experience, I don't have such a big experience, but from my experience, only one person did not forgive. Maybe later they didn't do. I don't know the whole story, but I didn't follow up. I mean, but all other people forgave. I mean, we just found the right words and tried to help that person, and it helped. Of course, you prayed for a divine assistance, but one more time, HaShem cannot forgive us because of the sins. That's not Judaism. Absolutely not. We have to go ourselves and ask forgiveness. And just one more clarification. So we must ask forgiveness 3 times. If it's normal person, regular person, 3 times. So in different settings. So you ask this person 1 time forgiveness. He said, absolutely not. For what you did to me 15 years ago, I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear about you. Not about your family. Okay, no problem. So you go to his uncle, you go to his aunt, to his friend, this and that, his sister, his wife, or whatever. You go to that person and ask it, please ask, help me to get forgiveness. So you do was 1 party with 3 people, with whatever. So 3 times this person said, I don't want to forgive you. You're clean. You're clean. So this sin on that person head, because HaShem said you have to be merciful. Somebody asks you for forgiveness, and you see that person is sincere. You're not allowed to keep grudge. It's one of the 613 commandments. You're not allowed to keep grudge against that person. You must forgive. Must. Okay, you're not sure he's or she's sincere. Okay, forgive him from a 2nd time. Understand? 3rd time, but that's it. You cannot just not forgive. But after 3 times, you're clean. In Shemaim, you clean 100%. So it's absolutely worth it, especially if it's as the question said 12 years ago. So the person still remembers. That's very painful for that person. Sure. Okay. What else?